Oh! I literally turned around and he gave me a big ol' hug.
I see.
Back
I
to
don't think the
beginning.
light outside has been blue before.
Rocket science. More fun with impossible
And
space.
there's the drop.
Literal
Luckily, it
space.
doesn't have to kill me if the void strands me in space first.
Set up your tractors. I am outraged by all your laughter. I am what's chosen. I see what's real. Psycho mode, a gravital fields. I can leap stars. I can feel time. 10 billion tracks back.
That's just mean.
Time for a nice little arena here. I was thinking, like, I mean, obviously it would be kind of its own little setup, you know, a tricky kind of thing to figure out. Like, I think, like, if they were to ever make some, like, post-game content for this game, like, I feel like an arena mode could work pretty well. The game's quite intuitive in the way that it, you know, works. So, wouldn't be out of the stretch of the imagination. So this is where things get a little trickier, where they will just kind of stand up on these little asteroid spots and do some crazy stuff with you. I think I glitched one of these guys while they were floating in the air there. Bit of a shame. They do have these nice little red circles, so you can kind of tell where they're coming from. In theory. By the way, if you do die here, you have to kill all these guys all over again, so don't die here. As you can see, if you know what you're doing, you know, you can kind of get an understanding of things.
How the fuck did I end up here, man? Is it...
Again with the fucking meat.
Oh boy. I'm actually shocked that didn't kill me. There we go. Eat, eat, eat. Let's eat, eat, eat. Like, literally, I was a sliver away from dying there.
God pass.
I will say that this game is quite generous with its pill drops, especially towards the later parts of the game. Like, I can remember mentioning earlier in the game, like, the resources are a little more sparse. Like, you're not finding as many stakes early on in the game, you're not finding as many pills earlier in the game. but that becomes a little bit less of an issue as you continue to move.
Couldn't hold more if I tried. Yeah, that's
Within
a
reason,
meaty,
of course,
cute
though. Because it's like,
oblong.
I feel like it's one of those things where they're like, okay, like, you know, you're now fighting angels quite a bit. You're fighting level 2 kind of enemies quite a bit. Now is the time to start, you know, assisting with kind of your health prospects. Don't want people to die too quick, after all. There we go. Is this what's meant
For a second,
when
I was
someone
afraid I'd
says
have to go inside the meat oblong
space?
thing. Thank God.
Maybe. I wouldn't send somebody to space personally if I was in this situation. If it was me.
I'm not sure I know what you're getting at.
Your blood sounds wrong. It's slow.
Well, I've been taking a lot of pills.
This isn't the first time.
I was afraid of you finding me again, so I tried uppers to stay awake. We traveled during the day. I tried downers to get away from myself or edge towards sleep. I'd balance them. Up and down, up and down. I've had a lot of practice at this point. Probably would have died if I didn't.
If you stop
Chemist.
me, you won't be able to leave this place.
Scientist.
You're going to die.
I think that's the only way it works. One-way trip.
You deserve better than that, James.
I didn't believe that for a very long time.
No. That isn't my fault.
Yes. It is.
Ground teeth.
Worried, Dracula. Maybe you should stick less of your pets on me.
Let's get it rocking. Let's get it moving. But like I said before, I mean,
she
you
isn't
can
steering
tell
the ship
that there's a
when we open the
level
door
of
for it.
like,
But she shouldn't get to worry about me. Not now, not down here.
like there's so many different mixed emotions between these two characters as far as kind of how they're interacting based on kind of what they're trying to do. Like, Dracula knowing that James is down here isn't going to change the fact that she wants to do a ritual. But it changes how she feels about it. And similarly, you know, James, like, going through kind of the various stages of, like, thought based on his experiences with her and based on kind of how he feels about her despite those experiences. Like, there's a lot of layers to this type of thing that exist. And I mean, obviously, it definitely exists in a lot of noir, like having your femme fatale character who is... Why are you just sitting there? Having your femme fatale character who is definitely intended to be like this, you know, kind of like character who balances between those perspectives.
Thanks, Garden, if you want dysentery.
But even with that in mind, like there's definitely like some higher stakes here than I see the most kind of femme fatale neo noir kind of like formats. Because obviously, like there's very little world ending that exists in those types of stories, for example. Normally, anyway. Mostly, it's just kind of like I will shoot you. And I will hurt you despite the fact that I love you. And it's like, you can kind of make a case that, Dracula does love James, and James does love Dracula. The way I say that makes it sound like broccoli. But we'll see. Oh, that's the, I'm gonna guess that that's just the, what do you call it, the puppet glitching out again. That's a good way to handle it, though. Back to the start, all the way back to Luke Brown.
Always need ammo.
And we return.
It's a nice little feast. Pills. My informant was on edge. Someone had gotten to him first. My saving grace? The poor guy had no idea I knew. Hey, Tony.
Well, hey, Gordon. No, long time no see.
I've always wanted to ask, why do they call you Two-Time?
The two-time? As in the nickname?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I got two watches. I wanted to keep them safe, so I wear them at the same time. I got twice the time. 2 times. See, two-time Tony. That's me.
Have you always been this stupid? Or did that start after the rollers got to you?
Oh, Gordon.
Don't Gordon me. You've got about 3 seconds before I make your time run out. Permanently.
Oh,
Probably gonna take the battery out. And then, you don't want to know what I'll do next. So, you know that little stitch ripper, the ones with the blue handles? I'll go around the edges. Or go around the edges of the watches, unstitching the leather. That leather, it's probably not real leather. I'll just crack the glass. Not even gonna care where the glass goes. Not gonna use a broom, not gonna use a mop. Not gonna sweep up after myself. Then,
okay, I'll talk.
gonna use a magnet. Just kind of make the hands wiggle around like they're all funny, like a little silly face. I'm gonna make them wave at you, 4 hands, all waving in time. Do a little puppet show for you,
I think he gets it.
using the face of a watch. Then, I'm gonna take out the little part that shows the hours and the minutes. And it'll just be the gears. I'll shake out the gears. Shake out the gears right into a manhole drain. Then I'll do a little dance. Not for you, but for me. The manhole drain dance. Last thing I'll do, pull out the pin. Pin like a grenade. The little thing that you use to watch. Sorry, I've just noticed that both your watches are digital and not analog, so all my metaphors don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a different process, starting with taking out the battery, starting from the top. So, like the little.
And that is it for the pill
use this.
pops. As you saw from the little thing, I have collected all of them. It's a fun little thing, honestly. Like, I feel like Your little, I mentioned before, but like very similar to kind of like how Max Payne had like lords and ladies and some of the other kind of parody stuff in there of other entertainment. This is definitely kind of your parody of your Max Payne and parody of your stuff that's going on there, which is always interesting. Like you can tell that this is kind of like the gameplay stat inspiration very straight, but then at the same time you're looking at it and you're like, oh, here's some stuff to kind of like not make fun of it, but you know what I mean, kind of like exist beside it. Oh, there's one over there too. Oh, let's not. I think that's the first time I've been killed in slow motion. Probably wasn't supposed to happen that way.
Fucking hell.
Ooh! You didn't mean to shoot him in the dick there. Oh, what were you slashing, dude? What are you doing?
There's something wrong with my blood. Darkolay's right about that. At least. It's crawling and lurching through my veins like a dancer off balance. My brain says I've been here 2 weeks, but my body is playing the same steady message. It says I'm dying. Fast. I may not even reach the bottom. If I die before then, I don't know what this was all for. And if I try to kill Darkolay, when she still hasn't laid a finger on me, I won't be able to live with myself for the time I have left. I wish the thing I am was stronger.
I can't die. Not here.
I think I figured out where that meat marker stuff is coming from, by the way. The metal, the machinery, it's from the 30s. Over to America, rise of mass industrialization. What represents that more than the food industry?
Ooh, that chops him up good. It's not always possible to kind of line them up right when you're shooting, but like, if you're able to do that, you know, power.
No more if I tried.
Oh boy. Huh? Oh, there's one. Maybe the angel blew up the one that flew through the door for some reason.
Love an executive bathroom.
Now I said one of the songs in this soundtrack sounded very much like
Definitely
dude,
mentioned.
this reminds me a lot of like
Means not himself a monster. Things went bad and she lost a lot of power recovering.
like trip hop Max Payne or trip hop Duke
So,
Nukem.
Drake becomes Dracula, which becomes Dracula. If I have that right. I'm not sure if I should bring this up, but Dracula. How do you feel about him?
It's nice getting to watch yourself. You remember. I'm one of the classic monsters, you know? And I was proud that my actions and status were not connected to my sex. If everyone thought I was a man, then I had transcended being a woman. No one would suspect it was me. It kept me safe.
How do you feel about it now?
Different. Not worse, but different.
Again, always nice to have those little conversations. Like there's so many just tiny things where it's just like, oh, hey, like, you know, you think about how this world arranges itself. It really opens up those kind of possibilities. Of, hey, yeah, actually, you know, Dracula was a woman, and being remembered like that is like, like, I have to think about that more than once, you know? Because I guess people would think about that, like, if you were like, oh, hey, like, people have a certain opinion of you or a certain impression of you. You know, you might have to do a little bit of double take before you kind of decide how you truly think about it. Oh! Jump me from behind.
Luckily mentioned a warehouse. Oh my man means throw himself a monster hunter. Things went bad and she lost a lot of power recovering. So, Drake becomes Dracula, which becomes can't hold more.
Get in perspective is one of the always stuff before. go somewhere, I promise. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a blast. You'll follow me, then follow me. No need to do that, but it still is a cool little visual to mess around with. Well, that looks
Am I
nice.
surviving? That's the Jim Drake story in a nutshell.
Unlike me, who gets trapped in between particles. Dies in a very embarrassing way. Oops. Alright. Focus up. All that running around and I didn't really figure out where I was supposed to go, so this helps me a ton.
Full up.
Oh wow, that killed him too? I'm a little shocked by that, honestly. Maybe he was just low enough to the ground for that to work. Looks like I should stop for a second there. There we go. Back out. We're officially within the last 10 levels of the game, by the way, folks. I think I'm on level 42. 41 or 42.
As much pain
It's
as
40.
this place brings should walk away. I don't sense distaste in the geometry. There's no shared feeling. It's like she's been lost in the translation.
Y'all for sticking with me as far as I've gone here. I realize that there have been quite a few interesting deaths along the way, but the good news is that I've at least shown I have some skill and some talent when it counts. Really kind of get myself out. So, there's me finding out that there's a little guy in there. Never actually done it like this before, so... Oh! That's interesting. Also, I'm dangerously low on ammo, good lord. It's like, overall. What was he doing? Absolutely could have, like, hit me a little bit or something. Like that guy, see? He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's about. Just a bit further. sick.
Shit.
One final new enemy to introduce to ourselves here. The dangerous angel.
I'm not here.
Which sounds like a mid-90s like wrestler nickname, if I'm being honest. The dangerous angel. Something of that nature.
This angel's eyes are full of blood.
I will say it's kind of interesting, like how much more like evil angels have kind of been used in media.
Looks like an intentional accident. Before just telling stories again.
Like just the idea of being like, no, like an angel being like a villain in your game is like, that seems to spring up quite a bit. Not in a way where it's annoying, but definitely something where it's like you can tell that that is like kind of a measured trend of the 2020s.
I can't think about Darkline's feelings right now, but she deserves her position in all this. I can't.
In theory, you should be able to kill enough things to kind of go over there and rescue it, but... Or, no, actually, like, you just have to go down there, actually. In practice... Oops.
She's killing the world. I can't get it.
Oops. There we go. Sometimes you just can be faster and smarter.
So he cut the wire,
Cut the wire.
and now it's working again.
I do not try to make sense of it.
You still haven't tried to kill me.
I didn't want to be rude.
I thought you hated me.
Why?
For what you feel I did to you.
Huh. The couch.
The couch incident was an outlier. It isn't fair to judge me from that.
Your last words to me were good boy, Dakale.
Were you not?
What I was going to say.
When you have a
is that the
dummy
couch
mommy
was just
girlfriend,
one
but you're not
outlaw
into it.
line of things. You never touched me, but you constantly reminded me of your capacity for violence. Do you know what that does to a person? At one point, you put your arm out to stop me in the hallway, and you kept pushing your open palm into the wall. I saw it go through the drywall and the wood, and then the brick slowly, relentlessly, until there was a fist-sized hole. And you just wiped your hand off and grinned at me like we had shared a secret. You would scream at me for slight mistakes and misunderstandings and even just a lack of deference. These sharp, intense fires that would leave you cold for days afterwards. I'd flinch when you call my name sometimes. And you'd have me do these arbitrary, demeaning things to prove my love to you. That I knew my place. One day, wash the dishes, wash them again 3 times, 4 times until my hands were stinging and red, so at the end of it, you could wrap your arms around me and thank me for loving you and taking care of you. Reminding you that living could be a good thing because I told you about the one good day that justified all the bad ones. I don't know if what you did was wrong, but I know it wasn't right.
You said once I wasn't a monster. Do you still believe that's true?
I don't feel bad when I kill monsters. Killing you would feel different. Interview 38. The disappearance. Eyes the size of dinner plates. Can you even hear this? Another time is difficult, and I don't mean to pry, but I need to know if you just watch your friends and family die. It was an accident. There's a theory going. We don't there's nothing knowing. The inability of light means wrong.
Oh. I don't know what I was doing there.
Say that it's inside you. I see 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 that it's inside you.
I think I actually like this one.
I see that it's inside you. I see that it's inside you. I see that it's inside you. I can just sit here, you know, wait here, see how it goes, living sometime with a great fear that it's just us in the break room and the cam is seeing damn near nada, filing nothing. We don't gotta tell a single person that it's just as you and me. I see a hovering doom, a psychic pressure shielding you would feel different. Why didn't I just tell him I don't want to do this? I wish we could both fucking stop. The secret flush beneath the surface.
That's a good bit there too. Like literally, he's just to a degree is fed up with his own personality by this point.
When I do the work and the vessel says,
I guess after a certain point, like you kind of be like, yeah, no, like actually the way that I'm approaching this is like kind of upsetting to me. Oh. Oh, you're like right under my feet and I can't shoot you. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I wasn't surviving that ever in my entire life.
This.
Now, question, what is in fact inside you? What can they in fact see is inside? Oh, that's so funny. The shoving. It'd be funnier if I didn't die, but, you know. Oh, wow. I was like, what is he doing sitting over there?
Someone save me.
seem to force me on since the elevator. I think we're alone down here. Just me and Dracula again. It's kind of nice being trapped with a person. There's a closeness. You miss it when it's gone.
Alright, come on. Show off. Thankfully, these monsters, you kind of track your position and not your actual, like, location. So they will do stuff like that to kind of indicate, hey, we're here, and you're gonna have to deal with us at some point. As long as you kind of trigger them the proper way. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of places with roofs in this game. So that doesn't particularly matter in most situations. But every so often it comes,
It's the comfort
it
of
actually
being
helps you out
suffocated.
a little bit.
Knowing the breath pouring out of your lungs is flowing into another person's lips. And vice versa.
Alright, James. It's a little gay of you, bro. Waxing is super poetic, my friend. There we go. No. Hey, how about that? Turns out I do in fact have the juice.
Found ammo. I was good at being trapped. I was fucking good at it. And I don't get to feel that way anymore.
Oh! I literally turned around and he gave me a big ol' hug.
I was good at being trapped. I was fucking good at it. And I don't get to feel that way anymore.
The only problem is that if you're killed, the enemies that exist are kind of triggered in the same way that they were before. So, for example, the puppeteer is aware of your presence regardless of whether
I was good at being trapped. I was
line of sight.
fucking good at it. I don't get to feel that way anymore.
Which can be tricky when you have to go through a door that's filled with puppets. Like so.
I was good at being trapped. I was fucking good at it. And I don't get to feel that way anymore.
And now I've triggered a 5-star wanted level for every enemy in the location as opposed to just these ones. Hopefully that gives me what I need. Hopefully. Just no more dogs, please.
Not here.
Just fed up, Tony, sorry. There we go. In the hole.